a bombed out room in Belfast, a young boy is crying. He's alone and he don't understand how the teachings of one book, built on love and understanding, could cause the hurt and killing in his land. In an old part of Jerusalem, two children are playing. They run and laugh the way that it should be. But one will wear the star and one will wear the crescent. They'll grow up and change from friends to enemies, but we are one.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Peace, Unity and Security Education, brought to you by the Foundation for Peace and Security Education and the National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of Nigeria. The program focuses on peace, unity and security, and using religious tenets to be able to bring that to bear. If other things have failed us, we believe that the message of religion will be able to bring about lasting peace, unity, and security in the nation. Well, our focus today will be on the purpose of religion. But first, let me introduce a special guest who, of course, takes time to give us these lectures and explains to us the basic things, particularly about the Baha'i faith, and to help us understand what it's all about. We have Lawrence Alubi. He is the Executive Director for the Foundation for Peace, Security, Education. He's also the chairman of the National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is in Nigeria. Welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Right. Well, today we'll focus on the purpose of religion. But before we go into that, we'll begin with a prayer.
Yeah, let us pray. Baha'u'llah started with prayer and ended with prayer. I want to start this program today with a prayer for unity. Oh my God, unite the hearts of thy servants and reveal to them thy great purpose. May they follow thy commandments and abide in thy law. Help them, O God, in their endeavor, and grant them strength to serve thee. O God, lead them not to themselves, but guide their steps by the light of thy knowledge, and cheer their hearts by thy love. Verily, thou their helper and their Lord. This prayer was revealed by Baha'u'llah himself. One unique thing about the Baha'i faith is that Baha'u'llah, the Bab, and Abdul Baha, these are the three principal key figures in the faith, revealed prayers. Baha'i prayers, Baha'u'llah revealed prayers for all occasions, all situations, like the one we just prayed now, is prayer for unity. We have prayer for healing, prayer for protection, prayer for forgiveness, prayer for steadfastness, prayer for spiritual development, prayer for all situations in life. So we are opportune. You know, Christ only revealed one prayer, which is our Lord's Prayer. And you know, the prayers that are revealed by the manifestation of God have greater potency than the prayers we as mortals say. So this is the prayer for unity, and we pray that unity will be unity in this country and unity of the world.
All right, thank you very much. Well, that's the beginning with the prayer. But before we go into our topic for today, we'll take a very quick break. We'll be back immediately after us talking about purpose of religion. Stay. Good to know that you are still here, and it's still the Peace, Unity and Security Education program brought to you by the Foundation for Peace and Security Education in collaboration with the National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of Nigeria. Our focus on this edition, of course, is the purpose of religion, and according to Baha'u'llah himself, the purpose of religion is to bring about lasting peace and unity in society. So that's our focus today, and our guest is still with us, and that's talking about Lawrence Alubi, the chairman of the National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of Nigeria. Today we are taking a look at religion. it's important to go back to see in the mind of the Baha'u'llah himself to find out what really does he think about religion.
Thank you very much, Ben. Baha'u'llah stated in one of his writings, the gleaning writings of Baha'u'llah, that the purpose of God in creating man is for man to know God and attain his presence. And there is no way we can attain God's presence. We attain God's presence through the teachings that are brought to us by the manifestations of God. And we Baha'is, we call them manifestations of God because they manifest God to man. And these are the divine educators. Today, Baha'u'llah is the manifestation of God of God today in this age. He's a mouthpiece of God. It's through him we can know the God's divine plan. God loves mankind. God created man out of love, and he has a divine plan for humanity, for the world he has created. Like every human being, like in the country we have development plan, and in the family we have development plan, and even as individuals have development plans as individuals. So God has a divine plan, and God from time to time sends manifestations, those divine educators who are there to educate mankind, to enable man, to draw man closer to God, to guide man to God. And this guidance is given, they come with teachings and principles that enable mankind to understand the purpose of his life, to understand that he has a creator. You see, the creature doesn't know the creator. We are all creatures of God. Everything on earth, we are creatures of God. We don't know God, but God makes himself manifest himself to us through his chosen manifestations. Today is Baha'u'llah. We have Jesus the Christ, we have Muhammad, we have Buddha, we have Krishna, we have Zoroaster. These are all the divine educators that God has sent at various epoch or time. And each messenger of God is sent with a particular message. But they all have the same essence. Essence draw man to God, enable man to know God. Then those teachings they bring are meant to transform the character, the inner and outer life of man and humanity. Our individual character, our social environment, our life, both political life, religious life, everything. We are meant to transform humanity. If you watch today, mankind has deviated. And you know that after 1,000 years, no messenger of God is final. Like some people erroneously believe that only one messenger comes, that is no other messenger. That is, it is not true. We Baha'is believe that. What they believe, they call the principle of progressive revelation. That God reveals to mankind progressively, based on man's needs and capacity to comprehend. Well, even Christ, when he was asked about his own coming, he said, I cannot tell you now until the comfort that comes reveal the whole truth. Because at that time, man was not mature enough to receive the teaching which today we have. Today, the greatest challenge to mankind is peace and unity and global security. Global peace and global unity is one of the greatest challenges, this unity. And how to establish unity, establish world peace and world peace and safety for the whole human race.
We know that there are a lot of things actually for religion, but so for the purpose of this program, how can we tie religion and directly to peace, security, and to unity? Are there things that we can harvest, we can harness from religious practices or even from religious communities like the Baha'i faith to say, okay, how can they help with regards to this peace, unity, and national security?
Yeah, the main fundamental objective of the Baha'i faith is to promote world peace and world unity, the betterment of the world. And you see, like I said, man has a dual nature. The animal nature, the material nature, which is animal nature, and the spiritual nature, which is divine nature. When man, the animal nature is concerned with evolution, physical survival, how to survive. That's the material nature of man. How to acquire this and so forth. But the spiritual nature is based on man's ability to know God, to develop those spiritual qualities like love, compassion, mercy, service, humility. And those are the divine qualities: trustworthiness, truthfulness, honesty. These are those attributes of God that religion teaches us. When man imbibes those attributes, man becomes spiritual. Man become altruistic. Man wants to serve others. But when man is only concerned with the material development, he's selfish, he's self-centered, he's greedy, he's violent, he's egoistic, and so forth. So it doesn't liberate him. Rather, materialism engages man. And you see today, people are so concerned with materialism. Men they neglect the spiritual value, the spiritual quality which they need. You see, our life here on earth, it is religion that enables us to know that life here is preparatory for the next world, like a fetus in the womb. So religion is there to uplift man from the cage of materialism, to let him know that there is, as is in this world, the eternal blissful sojourn for man is more important to man than this world.
All right, but how does the Baha'i faith contribute to the development of the world? I think we will probably watch a little clip to find out what really is happening. When we come back from that break, we'll talk about what the Baha'i faith is doing world over, and particularly here in Nigeria, and be able also to understand the structure of the Baha'i faith and draw inferences probably from what they are doing and what we can benefit from it in the larger society. But let's watch this clip. We'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to turn the attention to the pro tem at her desk for a very special presentation.
Mr. President, thank you. And I am very much aware, as we all are, that we have a lot of wonderful recognitions going on today. So to our guests, forgive us, we're a little excited. It's Friday, and we have some really special people here today. So with that, you're going to see a little more energy than we usually allow in terms of decorum on this floor. So forgive us, but understand from which we do it. And that allowed me to have folks come together so I can acknowledge them. Colleagues, I rise today on behalf of our colleague from Canoga Park to honor the contributions of the Baha'i faith community in California and across our nation. This is a special year for the Baha'i. October marks the 200th anniversary of the birth of Ba. The Baha'i faith communities work to build peaceful, law-abiding communities by eliminating all forms of prejudice, enhancing the spiritual life of humanity, cherishing our diversity, and promoting the empowerment of our people to work together. Certainly worthy goals. Throughout California, Baha'i communities strive to collaborate with others to promote peace, justice, and unity, applying the spiritual principles to their lives and serving their fellow citizens in neighborhoods across our state. In their celebration of diversity and their commitment to a good life for all of us, the Baha'i represent the better angels of our state. They live the values that we hope to live at our best. As worldwide Baha'i communities, families, friends, neighbors, and colleagues are commemorating this auspicious occasion, we're joined here by outstanding members of the Baha'i community who I'd like to recognize.
Well, I hope you have seen that. That is what the Baha'i community is doing. Everywhere, touching life, promoting peace, and above all, promoting unity. We still have our guest with me in the studio. That's talking about Lawrence Alobi, chairman of the National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of Nigeria. He's also the executive director of the Foundation for Peace and Security Education. Remember, we're bringing this in collaboration with the foundation. Yes. So let's talk about the Baha'i faith and contribution towards, let's see, how they are helping to build development of the world.
Thank you very much. You see, like I said, the main purpose of the Baha'i faith is to establish world peace and unity, and to transform the human world, to utilize the world, to make sure that the mankind understands why why he was purpose of life. That life is not all about money, wealth, and power. That the ultimate for man, the merit of man is his service, to render service, to contribute towards the betterment of the humanity. Bible says man was created to contribute to advancing civilization, that we should contribute to service. We should contribute towards the betterment of the world, and that can only be attained through good deeds, 2, pure deeds and good conduct, 2, commendable conduct, 2, those spiritual values. That one can know that I have to sacrifice for my fellow human being. I have to share. I have to make each others, whatever I have, I should share with others. So the Baha'i faith has programs called community building process. Community building process to build the community, to also build about the spiritual life of the community. For instance, like devotional meetings. Prayer is key. Prayer is communing with God. Prayer is the food of the soul. When you get up in the morning, do you appreciate God? Do you thank God? Thankfulness and thanksgiving are those attributes we should always show. But sometimes mankind, we blame. We blame. We don't see the value of what, for instance, we're in this room now, we're enjoying free oxygen. That is service. We are being given oxygen. This oxygen, the air is an inanimate object. But with rendering service without we being propelled by anybody. So for the Baha'i faith, service is selfless services and commitment to service for the betterment of society is key. And we have programs, spaces for children. Children need to be nurtured in that with those divine moral principles. For them to know that they have a moral responsibility to contribute towards human development, to contribute towards the betterment of the society. They also have the ability to live a good character, trustworthy character and integrity. These are the key for man, not the issue of wealth. Wealth is good, but wealth should be blended with good character. So then we have programs for children, we have programs for youth, we have programs for adults. And these programs, we have programs for youth that we use empowerment, spiritual empowerment of the youth and the children. They enable the children to imbibe those attributes that will enable them to know that they have a role to contribute towards human development, to their own self-development and human contribution towards the development of the society. And these programs, we have study circles. Study circles are programs, institutions carried by the institution that we learn from book 1 up to book 10 and 11. When these study circles, like for instance, purpose of life, what is life after death? What is to be service, community development? How do you contribute to the program of the world? So the Baha'i faith have programs that are structured at all levels, from the neighborhood to the cluster to the community to the national and even globally. There are programs that have been structured, and these programs are being conducted, are being carried out to educate man, to know more about God, but to enable him to understand. For instance, Baha'i said the gap between the rich and the poor is too wide today in the world, and that should be bridged, because there shouldn't be extreme wealth and extreme poverty. That's the teaching of the Baha'i faith. Baha'i says what mankind was supposed to live in a happy world. We should make the world a happy place for everybody. And that cannot be done when we're able to demonstrate in our private and public life those attributes of God, those teachings of which Baha'i has given to us. The teachings of Baha'i faith include, like I said, the oneness of God. If we all know that God is one, we will not be fighting each other. We know that mankind is one. We know that we all creatures of one God. That religion is one. We will not be fighting because of religion. We all came from, the religion is given to us to enable us to attain to know God and attain God's presence, and then John come to us to choosing manifestations who have been ordained by God to guide mankind.
Do we understand these things practically?
We do. These things are done. They are being practicalized in all Baha'i communities. In all Baha'i communities, we have study cycles. People come to study and learn about these teachings to see how we can contribute, develop that, to see life as a life of service, where we can contribute towards human development, human progress.
All right, we will take a very quick break. When we come back, we'll still be talking about it and finding out exactly what some key teachings of the Baha'i faith, and to find out exactly how we can learn them and use them, applying them in our personal, community, as well as national life. We'll be back. Stay. very glad to know that you are still there. This is, of course, still the Peace, Unity and Security Education, brought to you by the National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of Nigeria and the Foundation for Peace and Security Education. Our guest, Lawrence Alubi, who is the chairman of the National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is and the executive director of the Foundation for Peace and Security Education, is still here, still talking about the purpose of religion, how we can use religion to help us foster unity, peace, and help augment security in the nation. But I also know that there's no clergy in the Baha'i faith. So how do you organize these activities?
Yeah, it's a one unique thing. You know, if you look at today, even in the world, even when Christ came, it was the clergy that caused most of this problem. The clergy, Pharisees. So Baha'u'llah, God in infinite mercy and wisdom, gathered Baha'u'llah, gave that knowledge that there's no need for clergy. That clergy, no need for clergy. We have institutions that will enable us to develop institutions and agencies. First, at the local level, wherever we have more than 9 Baha'is. Every year, we have what they call unit convention at the local level. They elect 9 members, and those 9 members have to administer the activities of the faith. And amongst them, they say a chairman, a treasurer, and a secretary. And by elections are done, no campaign, no lobbying. It's secret ballot. You don't know who voted you. You don't campaign. You don't say I want to campaign, I want to be voted for. No. Every adult age of 21 is eligible to be voted for and can also vote. And our elections are very transparent. Like I said, no lobby, no campaign. You elect somebody you know that he has a capacity, he has a spiritual quality to serve, to contribute towards the betterment of the humanity of the community. He has who is willing to sacrifice his time, who is willing to sacrifice and give all his best for the betterment of the community. So at local level, that is local spiritual assembly. And like you saw in the clip, the local spiritual assembly of Baha'is in California, Canada, we said their parliament. So then at the national level, every year, what they call national convention. That through the national convention, all adult Baha'is in the country will come together and elect 9 members. And in the same procedure, no campaign, no lobbying. It's you elect just those you think have those spiritual quality. That is why Abdul Baha was appointed by Baha'u'llah himself and all Baha'is. And when Abdul Baha passed away, he appointed his grandson, Shohi Effendi, to be the guardian, to guide Baha'is in line with the teachings of Baha'u'llah, in line with the interpretation which he has given to the writings of Baha'u'llah. So after Shohi Effendi passed away, he appointed the Universal House of Justice as the supreme body that will interpret and guide Baha'i teachings, the Baha'is all over the world. So that's why we have a divinely established, and it's a covenant. That covenant between Baha'u'llah and his followers, they must all turn to Abdul Baha. After Abdul Baha passed, we all turn to Shohi Effendi. After Shohi Effendi passed on, we all turn to the House of Justice. House of Justice is to guide us, to educate us, to give us support and give us guidance, divine guidance in what we do. So in Baha'i faith, we have institutions like local assembly, local community. We have agencies, regional councils. We have national assemblies and the Universal House of Justice, the supreme body. So Baha'i institutions and agencies help to establish, to consolidate on this unity, on this divine unity that devoid of any sect.
Well, I'm sure this is wide, and a lot of people will be wondering, how can we know more about the Baha'i faith? How can we know more? How can we contact these people so that they can share more with us?
Yeah, like Baha'is, in Lagos we have Baha'is in Nigeria, we have Baha'is in Calabar, we have Baha'is in Akwa Ibom, we have Baha'is in all over the country. We in Abuja here, like you saw on the screen, we have the Baha'is of Abuja meet in Zauda Baha'i Center, and the national office is in Guarimpa, and the Baha'i office also is in Igondo. So the Baha'is are everywhere. You can also Google our website and you see more information about the Baha'i faith. One of the principles of the Baha'i faith is self-investigation on the truth. You have to investigate the truth sincerely, with an open mind, putting away all issues of superstition or prejudice or all ideas, previous ideas or dogmas. Come on, with an open mind. Clear your mind. Bible says the heart is the seat of the throne of God. Clear your mind. And when you clear your mind of those negative things based on religious fanaticism, you open your mind to investigate the truth and see whether the Baha'i faith is still the religion of mankind today.
All right, thank you very much for helping us with that enlightenment and for providing for us insight into deep thoughts that we have shared today. We've talked about the purpose of religion and how we can use religion to bring about lasting peace and unity, and as well as security. We've also told you about the structure of the Baha'i, no clergy, but they work harmoniously. And we also shared with you how you can be a part of this by going to the website. The numbers are on your screen. You can call them and you can find out more. But this is where we draw the curtains here today. Before we go, last words.
Yeah, thank you very much. You started with prayer, and we have to end with prayer. Prayer is communion with God. Let us pray. Oh God, refresh and gladden my spirit. Purify my heart, illumine my path, and lay all my faith in thy hand. Thou my God and my refuge. I will not be sorrowful and grieved. I will be a happy and joyful being, O God. I will no longer be full of anxiety and let trouble harass me. I will not dwell on the pleasant things of life. Oh God, thou my friend to down to myself. I dedicate myself to thee, O Lord.
All right, thank you very much once again for coming through.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
All right, that's the size of our package for today. Next week will come your way again. It's been Peace, Unity and Security Education, and it's brought to you courtesy of the Foundation for Peace and Security Education and the National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of Nigeria. Thank you very much. My name is Benjamin Ubiri. Enjoy your week.
In a bombed out room in Belfast, a young boy is crying. He's alone and he don't understand how the teachings of one book built on love and understanding could cause the hurt and killing in his land. In an old part of Jerusalem, two children are playing. They run and laugh the way that it should be, but one